Hey you guys, how's it going? I tried to jump on a second ago and I had to run. Hopefully I'll be able to stick with you long enough to deliver this message. I hope you're having a great evening or day wherever you are. Wanted to share something really exciting and also just in general a message about really how to claim and call in whatever it is that you desire, especially if you've gone through some difficulties in your life and you're owning yourself as a comeback queen. You know, you're really owning that you are walking this path and you are ready to rebuild and redesign your life in such a beautiful way, in a way that makes you happy and in a way that is going to continue to propel you forward towards anything that it is that you're desiring for your life. And this is something that I have been sharing a lot of through my own story. And I wanted to talk a little bit today. I wanted to share a bit of a win that I just went through. I'm really excited. I have been filming videos over the last couple of weeks, and it's really brought up my, hey Ingrid, how's it going? It's really brought up my perfectionist side, where I am just trying to have things just so. And I know that we can often use that as an excuse to not move forward. So I've been working on these videos. Last week, I was able to film a 90-minute masterclass that I'm going to be sharing in an upcoming project that I'm working on. And I had 3 more videos that I needed to get done today. And I'm so excited to say that I finally got them done, really working through a lot of perfectionism and a lot of the stuff that comes up. And that's why I wanted to share with you today this 3-part process for really claiming what it is that you want, comeback queen style. So really when you're trying to accomplish something and draw something into your life, especially if it feels really big, it might feel daunting or overwhelming, but it's something that you so deeply want in your life. It can bring up a lot of stuff. And the first step that you want to follow is to get really, really clear on what it is. And sometimes, that whole process, we can be really murky with it and we can really avoid getting into the details of what it is that we want. Sometimes, we'll think that we want something, but it brings up some fear. So then it causes us to, send out basically mixed energy about what it is that we're really desiring. So first step, always is to get so clear and hold such a clear vision, whether it's visually or in your mind or written down, that really is so detailed about what it is that you want. And then the next step, of course, is that it's not going to just happen overnight, or it's not going to just happen, by itself. It's taking the steps, making the calls, booking the people, finding the support or the resources that you need. So that potent action is hugely important. And the third step, which I think is the one that can often really, and this for me is something that comes up a lot, but now that I know what it is and I understand it, it's really helped me to overcome it. So when we are going for something that we really, really desire in our lives, there's this thing that comes up called resistance. And it's when we start getting really, really close to that, the excuses start to come up, the things that, may take us away from, or that may cause us to put off what it is that we're desiring, because, there may be fear that's cropping up for us, or there may be some sort of underlying mismatched belief about what it is that we want. For example, if it's something that I really want to have, I want to have a increase in my business, but then I often will have this fear about, it might take me away from my time with my daughters. So I have this that's come up, and I've actually had to really work with it. And I think the irony, or the thing that's so interesting about it is the busier I get, the more freedom and the more ability that I have to actually work my schedule with my daughters. And it allows me, as I work my business, to have more time with my daughters. So that's an example of something that can come up, when you're really trying to, hey Ken, how's it going? Hey Tara Wong, how's it going? There's just something that comes up where, it's like this opposing force that we really need to really understand what it's there for, understand what it's all about, and really work towards, hey Kristen, how are you? Work towards overcoming it. Because one of the interesting things about resistance that I've learned through reading, there's some amazing books by Steven Pressfield out there on resistance and how it comes up when you're really working towards and striving towards the thing that you really deeply want in your life. Explains what resistance is all about and how it can come up in different forms. It can come up from within with self-sabotage. It can come up from, people in your life that may be afraid to see you advance, and they may actually be, putting obstacles in your way in one shape or form or another. So this is really important when you're striving for something to get so clear on these 3 steps. So I'm just going to repeat them again, and then I'm going to run. So number 1, getting so crystal clear on what it is that you want, and keeping it somewhere where you can review it every day. You can't just think about it once and expect it to happen. This is something that takes a lot of mental power, and it's something that you really need to continue to visualize. And oh, hey Kristen, you did a post on resistance as well. Yeah, it's coming up for me. I was talking earlier before you came on the visit that it was coming up big time for me today with working on some videos that I was doing. So yeah, it must be in the air, or maybe it's just always there as we're striving towards these big projects and these things that we're wanting. So I'll go check out your post, Kristen. But yeah, so just a review and a recap on the 3 steps that are hugely important when you are claiming what it is that you want. Comeback Queen style. And that is number 1, get crystal clear on what it is that you want and review it every day. Be so clear and be so prepared and be so ready to remind yourself, because again, when resistance comes up, it's easy for us to forget why it's so important to us and exactly what it is that we're going for. So clarity is key. Action is number 2. Take the steps, do the things that you need to do. It's not going to happen by itself. We need to really make sure that we're, pushing ourselves in this case. So it's necessary, because especially as I mentioned, being prepared for resistance, which is the 3rd step, it's going to come up. And according to the reading that I've done and my personal experience, it comes up most when you're going for the thing that you most desire. And that's why we struggle to accomplish the big things that we want for ourselves. So again, having that support, taking the action, reaching out, booking a clarity session with me. There's a link above you can book if you need someone to really help you walk through these steps, because the more you can put your daily focus and your daily energy on what it is that you want, the faster you'll get it, which is great. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, sending you love, and I will be back again very, very soon. Bye.